Hi, my name is Rick Crosslin, and I love science, and I love kids. And today, we're going to have a science talk. Now, what grade are you guys in? First grade. So that's good, because I brought some things that first graders need to know. Tonight, when you're at home and your mom and dad ask you, what did you do today? You're going to have so much to tell them, because you're going to learn a lot about science today. So as you can see, I brought some animals. I brought 6 different animals. But before we get the animals, do you know that animals can move? In fact, the word anime means to move. You guys ever seen these things called anime? They're like cartoon books or something? Yeah. Okay, so the word anime means to move. So if you're an animal, you can move, you can walk, you can jump, you can swim, or you can hop, or slither, or fly. Animals can move. Isn't it weird that plants can't move? Can you imagine if plants moved?
Plants can.
If you go home and the tree decides to dig up and walk down the street, that would be weird. Of course, that would be a good book. You should write that book about that. So we're going to look at all the animals. And all the animals that we have can divide it up into 2 groups, okay? One group, this is a hard word, even for first grade. Ready? Say it after I say it. Vertebrate. Vertebrate. That means they have a backbone. So I have right here this skeleton I brought. And if you want to pan over, just pan over. Hey, can you see it? I got my videographer helping me here today. So here is a skeleton. And this skeleton here, that's your backbone, right there. You have one, from your skull to your hips. So take your hand and go like this. Here is your backbone, your vertebrae. Okay, this is your skull. How many fingers do you have?
5.
Guess what? If you have a backbone, there are 5 groups of animals that have backbones. First of all, humans. We have backbones. Guess what we're called? Mammals. We're mammals. We have a backbone and fur. See my fur? See your fur? Oh, you don't have a beard yet, right? Can you imagine if I was born and I had a beard, my mom would have went, ah, my baby's got a beard. But animals and plants, they grow and develop. And when a scientist says grow, that means get bigger. And develop means new parts. Like, you'll probably not be born, you're not born with a mustache, but as you get older, you get new parts. Animals are like that. So here are those 5 groups again, if you want to do it with me. Backbone, skull. First group, say it with me, birds.
Birds.
Birds have backbones. Mammals.
Mammals.
Like us. Mammals have backbones.
Fish.
Fish, my favorite. Fish have backbones. Reptiles. Reptiles like snakes and lizards and crocodiles and turtles have backbones. Now this word, hard to say. Say it with me after I say it. Amphibians. An amphibian is an animal that starts in water and then develops new parts and comes out on land. And you think of an animal that does that? Did you say frog? Frog is exactly it. A frog is an animal that starts as an egg, then it turns into a tadpole, and that tadpole grows legs and hands and comes out of the water. So today I brought 5 animals, well 6 if I count you, that are vertebrate animals that have a backbone. But I also in the world, we have, this is a hard word to say, can you say invertebrate?
Invertebrate.
Invertebrate means no backbone. So a jellyfish, does it have a backbone?
No.
Worms?
No.
Insects?
No.
They have 3 body parts and 6 legs, but no backbone. In fact, you know that, does anybody know the word for a hard shell that's on the outside of it? Say it.
Turtle.
Turtles have hard shells, but they have a backbone. But an insect,
Snail.
here's a new word. Ready? Raise your hand if you know this word. Exoskeleton. You heard that word before? Say it.
Exoskeleton.
So I have bones inside of me, but insects have no bones. They have a hard shell. You know, like shrimp. You ever had a shrimp?
Yeah.
Hard shell, no bones. Invertebrate. A snail, no bones. Spider, 2 body parts, 8 legs, no bones. You want to hear something cool or gross? You want to hear something gross?
Yeah.
This is one way I remember it. If you are a vertebrate or invertebrate. Vertebrates, if I get stepped on, it's going to go mush, crunch. Get it?
Yeah.
The muscles are going to mush. What's going to crunch? The bones. So these animals are mush, crunch. Don't step on a bird. It's going to go mush, crunch. Or a mammal, mush, crunch, mush, crunch, mush, crunch, mush, crunch. These guys,
No.
not mush, crunch.
No.
This guy is going to be a crunch, mush. Crunch, mush, crunch, mush, 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 mush. That's just how I remember it. No bones. Bones. I have 5 animals that I brought today that have a backbone. They're vertebrates. And 1 that does not. Now, all of these body parts, here's a new word for you today. You ready? Adaptation. Can you say that word?
Adaptation.
That's a body part that helps you survive. Now, are my claws better than a bear?
No.
Can I run faster than a cheetah?
No.
No. Can I swim faster than a fish?
No.
So those animals all have adaptations that help them. But guess what we have? You won't believe the adaptations we have. Are you ready? This is smart stuff. Number 1, a brain. Our brain is the biggest and most complex brain of any animal. We have, do you know the food you eat? Almost half of that food, the calories, go to keep your brain alive. Number 2, everybody, this is your brain. Say your adaptation, your brain, right? Number 2, I can make weird sounds and you know what to do. Watch this. Ready? Raise your hand. I see everybody's raising their hand. Put your hand down. Just by me saying that, that's called speech. I can communicate and talk to you. I am so glad that squirrels don't do that. Can you imagine if squirrels could talk like us? We have speech. The squirrel goes, hey, when Rick comes out of the house, jump up on his shoulder. I'm going to bite him on the ear. You grab his car keys, open the door, and take all the food out of the house. Ready? Go, squirrels, go. That would be terrible. I'm glad that squirrels can't talk like we do. So, help me. Our brain, touch your brain, our speech, talking, and the last thing, watch, that thumb. See that thumb right there? That thumb is opposite my fingers. So now I can do this. I can grab things. And if I can grab things, I can make things. Mammals, humans with a backbone are called tool makers. Everything you see in this room, somebody made because they had a thumb. My glasses, my shirt, the shoes, the school, the walls, this bar. The one thing in this room that it was not made, the bird.
Yeah. No.
So, yes,
It's been.
you're right. But here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. We have 3 adaptations. He has wings, good for him. A beak, good for him. And feathers. We have a brain, speech, and a thumb. That's why we are at the top of animals. So, vertebrate, invertebrate. Say that word one more time. Vertebrate, have a backbone. Invertebrate, no backbone. At recess today, if you see an ant and watch that beautiful ant walk around, just know that he does not have any bones. Let's take a look at this guy. This is a bird from Australia. That's a continent and a country far away. It lives with kangaroos and koala bears. His name is Mr. Squeaks, but his real name, I think, is Mr. Grumpy. Let me see if I can see you. Hey, I got some kids here. You want to say hello? Wait a minute. I just want to introduce you. Hi, how are you doing? You want to say hello? Huh? No? All right, keep your voices down because he can hear. This is a boy bird, and since it's a bird, it has a backbone. We're going to talk about its feathers. Right now it's cleaning its feathers. Birds have 3 types of feathers. One feather is called a downy. It keeps them warm. You can't see it. They're little bitty feathers. They keep them warm. But, oh, look, he's showing his feathers. His second type of feathers, watch this. Are you ready? Here we go. This is a peacock feather, and I'm showing off with it. See how I'm showing off?
Whoa.
I know. And here's the deal. Some birds use feathers to show off. Ready? The peacock, the boy peacock says, hey, look at me. Look at my feathers. Aren't I cool? Don't you like me? You know what the girl peacock says? No. So look on him. See where his show-off feathers are? They're on the top of his head. Here, show him. Show him your show-off feathers. Where are your show-off feathers, huh?
Tickle him.
I'm not going to tickle him because his real name is Mr. Grumpy. Now, this is show-off feather. Birds have feathers to keep them warm. That's an adaptation. Show-off feathers to attract other birds. But really, the ones I want to talk about, these are 3 feathers from a turkey. These feathers are called flight feathers. See them? They're flight feathers. I want you to listen to this. I want you to listen to this. Are you ready? You have to listen carefully. That sounds like a bird flying. Listen again. And if you look at these feathers, a bird will take its beak, another adaptation, a beak for eating seeds or for cleaning its feathers. See, it does this, and when it does this, all the feathers hook together. But watch what happens when I do this. Ready? That feather is ruffled, and it won't fly very good. So the bird will clean it and use its beak, and look what it does. When I do this, all those feather veins, all those little things are hooking back together. And now, guess what? It's good for flying. So birds have 3 types of feathers: keeping them warm, showing off, and flying. And those are all adaptations, right? Adaptations. He also has like his claws, his eyes, his beak. Any part or behavior of an animal helps them survive. It's an adaptation. Hey, Mr. Grumpy, you want some seed? You want something to eat? Let's see here. Oh, I got this one. He likes seeds, and when he eats these seeds, he spreads these seeds all over the place. Kind of a mess. Let's see, here we go. There's some fresh ones. You want that? Go ahead. When he eats those, he takes one bite and 3 seeds drop down. Do you think that's good for nature to have the seeds drop down by a bird? Yes, because they spread the seeds now. So birds help spread seeds. So he takes a bite and drops 5. He might, if he was in the wild, he'd fly off to a fence post, go to the bathroom, and all those seeds would be there, and new plants would grow. Adaptation. I don't know if we can do this, but maybe we can get him to get a drink of water. If I had a cup, we could show him how to do that. Maybe we'll do that later if we can find a cup. Okay, that animal is pretty cool. This next animal, oh my goodness, it has a backbone. It's a reptile. Let me show you this right here. This is a turtle shell. I found this in the woods. Now, this, if I left it in the woods, it would have been eaten by everything because it'd be recycled. But if you look right here, inside of it, I don't know if you can see inside of it, but there's the backbone. The backbone, I'll show you kids, the backbone is attached to the shell. You can see it in there. Let me show you. Check it out. And I'll let you see it in a minute. I'll pass it around. So a turtle cannot come out of his shell because he's dead. In fact, this turtle, the head would be here, the 2 legs, the tail in the back. And look at the shape of this. A turtle can go in water, has a perfect shape. I didn't bring a turtle. I brought an animal like this that lives on land called a tortoise. Very good, a tortoise. And I'm gonna get my tortoise out. And her name is Squirtle, the tortoise from Africa. And she's only like 3 years old. I know. And look at her head. She's starting to come out. I'm going to put her on the ground and see if she'll come out later. She has a flat plaster on. That's what you call the bottom of her turtle. And look at this hard shell with scoots. So she takes her house with her, but her backbone is attached. And see these This is called a spurred tortoise from Africa. And its tail is back here where it lays eggs and goes to the bathroom is right there. These are all adaptations. And she's from Africa. And when she walks on her tippy toes so she doesn't have to drag her house with less friction. Now I'm gonna get some, I'll put her down right here. Maybe we can focus on her right down here. And what I'm gonna do is get some food because she eats vegetables. And I'll get some food and maybe she'll eat, maybe she won't, we'll see. But do me a favor, you kids up front, if she starts to come out and eat, let us know, okay? So she likes to eat vegetables, I'm gonna put those down. We'll just see if she comes out later. So that animal is a vertebrate. It has a backbone. You see, it has a backbone. You agree? You saw the backbone in this one. Keep your eye on it. Let me know if it comes out. Now, oh my goodness, wait till you see this next. I have something special. Remember, I told you I have 5 animals that are vertebrate, 1 that's an invertebrate. Are you ready for it? Oh my goodness, wait till you see it. Let me get closer. Okay. So this animal does not have a backbone. When I first got it, it was only that big. Can you see that? It was only that big. And to grow, it had to shed its skin. So then after I fed it some crickets, it was that big. Can you see it? You might be able to count some legs. And then a month later, it ate more crickets and it was this big. Wonder what it is. You think it's a spider? Let's see. Because it shed its skin. These are the skins that it shed. And finally, now I'm starting to see what it is. Look at that. What kind of a spider? Because it has hair and has color. In fact, I could count a tarantula with 8 legs. And see that round thing right there? That pops up and the tarantula comes out and dries and stretches and it's new again. And it leaves the skin behind. That is the, and who remembers at the beginning I told you that word? Exoskeleton, say it.
Exoskeleton.
This is an wouldn't it be gross if that's how you shed your skin and grow? You're laying in bed, you get up and there's your skin laying right there and you walk off. Your mom comes in your bedroom. Ah! My kid shed his skin again. Maybe you ought to write a book about that. Here we go. Then it was this big. And then it was this big. And you can see the cephalothorax. That's what they call it. See that hole right there in the middle? It popped and the whole thing crawled itself out. And you can see it really good there. You can see it really good closer for people who love tarantulas.
Is that a real one?
Yes. And it got so big that this one kind of fell apart and I gave it to my friend. But you know what? I just don't want to show you the exoskeletons, the dead skeletons of them. I have one that's alive. Would you like to see it? But you have to be quiet. Oh, thank you. You have to be quiet because I don't want her to fall. If she falls, she could break her skin and the juices would come out. This is a curly-haired tarantula from Costa Rica. If I can get out, here we go. And she's nice and quiet. And let's see what we can learn about this animal and its adaptations. Come on, girl. Come on. Isn't that cool? So, take a look at it close. It has 8 legs. It has 2 little pedipals in the front, and in the back, look in the back. See them in the back right there? Those are spinnerets. If they're spinnerets, guess what comes out of them? Web. Watch this. Maybe I can get the web to come out. I'm going to grab it right here and get the web to come out. Look, can you see it? Look, look. Look at that. The farther I pull, there's the web coming out. You see it? Let me get some more. Because she lays down, look at that. She lays down web. Hey, you want to be a famous scientist? Study spider web and find out how they make their web because it's 8 times stronger than steel. If you could make this stuff, it comes out in a liquid and turns to web. Look at that, look. Maybe you could make things out of this, clothing out of spider web. Look, here it comes, more and more. It comes out a liquid. I better make sure I get her, because if she gets on my back, do I have any volunteers that will get her off?
I'm not scared.
Watch what she does. I'm gonna get her on this hand right here. Come here. Okay, so the way she hunts is she's what's called an ambush predator. Ambush means she hides and she waits for a cricket to come, and when the cricket comes, she pounces, and she has two fangs. The fangs crunch, and inside of the fangs are venom, and that venom does two things. You want to hear what it does? Number one, it paralyzes the cricket. The cricket can't move. And number two, it dissolves the cricket, because she has no teeth. Guess what she does? She comes back, she slurps up cricket juice. Would you like to eat like that? Now, she's doing so good. If you ever want to hold a tarantula, this one will get much bigger. Here's 4 things to look for. Number 1, if you go to pick up a tarantula and she goes like this, shh, don't pick her up. She's telling you, stay away. Number 2, you go to pick her up and she runs off, don't pick her up. She says, leave me alone. Or number 3, if she hisses, don't pick her up. But more importantly, see the back of her abdomen right there? See how it's bare, like there's no hair right there? When she gets upset, she takes her back legs and shoots hair up in the air. So a small animal, it will get in their eyes or their ears and bug them. And you know, my eye's been hurting me. I think I got some tarantula hair in my eye. Oh, what time is it? Oh, it's 8 of tarantula o'clock. She has little hooks on her legs. If you want to be famous, find out about spider web or spider venom, because maybe in the future you're going to be a doctor that uses spider venom to make a person so you can have an operation. Who knows? All right, let's put this guy back. Does it have bones?
No.
No, it's an invertebrate. It means it has no bones. I'll put her back in her house. Oh, she doesn't want to go in there.
Wait, is there web in there? It doesn't want to go in.
I know she doesn't, but she's going to.
Is there web in there?
There is some web in there. I'm going to put her right here. We're not holding any of the critters because they're used to me, and I don't want anything to hurt them. So, I have to apologize. Are you ready? This next animal, if this next animal lands on you, it's not my fault. If this animal jumps and lands on your head, I'm sorry. Maybe you'll turn into a princess. If this animal that has green skin lands on you, I apologize, because maybe you'll turn into a prince. I don't know. If this animal started as an egg and then developed into something with a tail and then grew some legs, this animal, anybody think they know what it is? What do you think it is? What?
A lizard?
No, but you're close.
A frog?
A frog. Everybody say amphibian. Where is, oh, here it is right here. Now, I'm going to apologize right now because this frog, I love this frog, but it's crazy. So, if it lands on you, I'm sorry, you've been warned. Let's see, where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh. Okay. I better stand up because it's probably going to jump on the ground. And if it does, don't freak out. Look, it's green, it's an amphibian, and it has a backbone. Those eyes are for seeing at night, and when it catches a bug, it uses its eye to help swallow. It's going to jump any second now, I just know it will. Here, show the kids how you jump. And are you going to do it now? There you go, ready? I know. Oh. Hey, show me how you jump. Go on. Don't jump on me. Let me show you up here. Let me put them up and watch this. Check this out. I'm gonna put them up there on the wall, and
They can climb off.
Look at that.
He's Spider-Man.
No, he's Frogman.
Frogman.
And, I don't know what would have happened if he would have landed on that bird. Let's try it one more time back there. Okay, right? Put him up here. And, quiet for a second. What I love about him is look at his toes. His toes are pretty amazing because they can. Let's put him over here as he's an amphibian. He's an amphibian. Look at those toes. I would like to have gloves like that. That's say adaptation. That is a cool adaptation. He's green, so he camouflages. And let's show him your feet, toes. Look at those. I know you guys like Spider-Man. I like Frogman better. Frogman's a lot better than Spider-Man. All right. So, does he have a backbone? Yes. It's an amphibian. Okay. First we had a bird with a backbone, right? Then we had a turtle, which is a reptile. Then we had an invertebrate, and then we had an amphibian. I better put you back, buddy. Here.
The turtle.
What's the turtle doing? All right, let's see if we can get a close up of this guy right here. Check out. If he jumps, he lands on you. It's not my fault. Okay. So you tell me the tortoise is starting to come out, huh?
Thank you.
Okay, keep your voices down because let me get a piece of the. All right. You wipe my hands off here because whenever you hold an animal, first of all, you should wash your hands before you hold an animal so you don't get the animal sick, and especially amphibians. Amphibians, their skin is so sensitive that some amphibians can breathe through their skin. So you really want to make sure that you have clean hands before you touch the amphibian. Hey, Mr. Grumpy, how you doing? Do you know that he actually, I cut his feathers so he wouldn't fly, and it's called clipping his wings, and they'll grow back, but one feather I left so you can see it, the long flight feather. All right, are you ready for this next guy?
Yeah.
This next guy is, oh my goodness, you're gonna love it. It is a reptile from Australia. It lives in the desert, and you may have seen it before. Oh, the tortoise. Wait a minute, the tortoise is on the move. If you take a look at this, look, her name is Squirtle. Squirtle's up on her toes, and there's a book. Oh, we'll move away from this guy. That's your cousin, the turtle. She's up on her toes. There's a book called The Tortoise and the Hare, about a rabbit and a tortoise. Who wins, you know?
The tortoise.
The tortoise, because slow and steady wins the race. Whenever you have a big job to do, just remember, a tortoise, slow and steady. I like how she's, remember I told you animals can move?
Yeah.
See, it's moving, and this one has a backbone. Okay, well this next guy can also move. From Australia, check it out. Yeah. I know, I'm sorry, they like the lizard. Don't you turn around at us. Oh, that's so rude. This is Groki. Groki is a bearded dragon from Australia. Now, look at the adaptation. This skin for the desert, he's colored to blend in with the rocks, or she. She has ears for hearing, and eyes and nostrils, and these legs. This is where they go to the bathroom. See right there? And that's where she lays eggs. A reptile. And I'm gonna put her down on the ground right here, and you're gonna see she likes to be up on her tippy toes. If she comes towards you, just raise your hand like that, and I will catch her. Don't let animals hurt you.
Do not.
But I bought a special treat for you guys. She loves to eat worms. Have you ever seen a bearded dragon eat?
Yeah.
Well, let's try it right now and see what happens. Okay? Is it? Here we go. She eats things, watch carefully, she eats things that move. She has to see it first. Uh-oh, watch.
The turtle's coming at me.
He likes you. Look, she sees it, look. Watch, we'll see, here's another one. Here we go. Oh, there she goes, she's looking at it. Watch. Did she bite? Did she bite with her teeth or her tongue? Did you know? Are you sure? Okay, let's try it again. Here comes another one. Here we go, ready?
There's another one already.
So an animal that eats insects is called an insectivore. Vor means to eat. If you eat meat, you're a carnivore. If you eat plants, you're a herbivore. If you eat insects, you're an insectivore. If you eat everything, guess what you are? Hungry. No. You're an omnivore. Omni means everything.
Do not eat that turtle.
He will try to eat a turtle. I mean, he tries to bite. He won't hurt the turtle, but he tries to bite.
If you even try to eat that turtle,
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you to eat.
We don't know.
Okay, I'll move this guy back. Squirtle the turtle is taking a tortoise is taking All right, are you ready for the last animal?
Yeah.
It does have a backbone. It has a very long backbone. Let me tell you how many legs it has. This is no, I'm mistaken. It has
Six.
no,
4.
no, I mean,
2.
no. You know how many legs it has?
0.
0 legs. It has scales. It has a very, very long backbone. In fact, its backbone is so long, maybe it is a reptile from Africa that is in the shape of a ball. It's in the shape of a ball. It is a ball python. This ball python, let me just spin it right here for a second. I'll tell you what, before let me put that down so that guy stays there. Here's my ball python. Look at this, look, he's smelling right now. Look, he puts his tongue out. Can you see his tongue? And as long as you're not a mouse, you're okay. Because he's smelling for a mouse. That's what he eats. See, look at his scales. These beautiful scales on the bottom are big and flat. Here's where he goes to the bathroom, right here, that little opening by my finger. And let's see. Let me move that. The tortoise likes you guys. And I'll tell you what, let me put this guy down right here. Hey, if it gets too close, just raise your hand and I'll move him, okay?
He's going on to shoot.
Here we go.
Never mind, he's not.
Here we go.
Get over here.
I need to tie my shoelace. Oh, I mean my snake lace. So, watch how he moves. Let me put him on the ground down here. Watch how he moves. He moves like an S. So look, he pushes forward and then pulls the back up to him. If he gets too close, raise your hand and I'll do that. Okay? Hey, are you okay with bugs?
Yeah.
Get a bug out of there. And put a bug, get one out and put it right there. You can shake it and put a bug there for a knee. Everybody else, move back, please. Here comes Mr. Slithers.
Just scoot your feet back. It's okay.
Shake him and get one out of there. Oh, here we go. Oh wow, he's moving fast.
Yeah, he's a fast
Yeah. Let's put him over here. Okay, you put it down here.
Oh, God.
Good job. Raise your hand. Good. I'll pull him back. Pull him back. Okay, boys and girls, let me have your attention, please. So, I brought 5 animals with backbones: mammals, reptiles, amphibians, birds. I didn't bring a fish. Turtles, tortoises. But I brought 1 animal without a backbone. Actually 2, because these little worms right here.
Peter me.
What does he do with his foot? I think his foot gets stuck in there. Does anybody have any, we'll take 2 questions. You've been an excellent group. 2 questions, yes.
Can you put it around your neck?
I'm not gonna put mine around my neck, but I could. Because he goes to the bathroom and then crawls through it. I don't want that on my neck, do you?
I do.
Question.
Can you put it on your arm?
What?
Can you put it on your arm?
He does crawl around. Do we have a science question? Yes, sir.
On the hand?
What?
On the hand?
Question.
We have a question, a science question. Yes, sir.
Could put the frog it jump into the snake?
You could, and this snake could eat a frog. Now, this is not a poison, there's no such thing as a poisonous snake. There are venomous snakes, but this is not a venomous snake. This snake grabs hold of the mouse, wraps around it, and squeezes it till it's dead, and then swallows the mouse without even chewing, because its jaws can unhook. It's a cool animal.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you so much. I hope you have lots to talk about tonight. Animals can move. They have backbones and some don't. And you can see more of this on my videos, Rick Crosslin Science.
What do we say, boys and
You're welcome. Thanks.
Alrighty.